I never in my life thought that I was gonna have to tell my son that Mom had gone to a concert and been shot. I've been around assault rifles, I know what they sound like, and I knew that's what it was. And I said, we have to get out of here, we have to run.
And at one point, I just noticed she wasn't next to me anymore. She was probably like 10 to 15 feet behind me, just laying on the ground.
My shoe was missing and my foot was wet. And I looked at my leg and I realized I had been shot. All I can keep saying is, please don't let me die. Please don't let me die. I have to be a mom.
Finally saw a man in a pickup truck flip on his headlights, and I just ran up to his window, just begging him to let us get in the back of his truck.
And I think to myself, I'm going to bleed out if we don't stop this bleeding.
I freaked out and I just said, I'm so sorry, I don't know what I'm doing. And I just used my body weight to apply pressure to her wound to try to stop the bleeding.
During that truck ride, I was able to call my husband. And I told him that I loved him and that I loved our son. And that I needed him to please take really good care of our boy. Because there was a sniper on the roof of Mandalay Bay and I had been shot.
It was around 11 o'clock and the phone rang. And that was the worst phone call I ever got in my life.
By the time we got to the hospital, Nicole had a moment of kind of looking down and realizing that she was covered in my blood. I think if she hadn't done that, we might not be sitting here today.
Yeah.
It was hard to deal with how I was feeling when I had to acknowledge that the same thing was going on to hundreds of other mothers and fathers and siblings and grandmas and grandpas. It was an overwhelming feeling of helplessness.
This tattoo says bleeding and barefoot. Obviously I was shot at the concert and bleeding and barefoot, I made it out alive because people stopped and helped me. I found out about Stop the Bleed when I started researching things I could do to educate myself so that if I was ever in a situation again where either I was injured or somebody else was injured, that I could help. Taking a few minutes out of your day to learn how to stop the bleed can save lives.